Hello, Razor Sharp family. My name is Kris, and I'm happy to be here to give you a yoga class that you can do at home. I know our times are a little bit crazy right now, and I'm feeling stressed. I'm sure you're feeling stressed and all different emotions. So come on your mat, let go of all the negativity, and let's get started. So to get these started, let's bring your feet just about a little wider than your hips. Okay? We want to stand up nice and tall. Bring the shoulders back, spread those toes. I want you to feel your big toe, little toe, and heel. Feel that triangle. Get yourself centered. Okay, let's take some deep breaths in and release. We're just trying to get rid of all those negative emotions right now. Bring the shoulders up and back and just kind of sway it out here. We're just going to build up some heat to get going here. And just keep in mind, listen to your body this entire class. If there's things that don't feel right, you can stop, listen to your bodies. All right, we're just going to do some shoulder rolls. Continuing to do some deep breaths. I do a lot of deep breathing throughout the day just to bring the heart rate down, because when we're stressed, our heart rates tend to increase and it's harder to think. And so just trying to pull it in, relax. And we're going to take a deep breath in, arms coming overhead. And exhale out. And take a deep breath in. And exhale out. Again, get those shoulders back and down. A couple more rolls. And let's take it up. I'm going to have you clasp your hands at the top here. Knees are soft. Push the palms to the ceiling. And we're just going to do a round down. As you come up, let's inhale up. And let's exhale down. And inhale up. And one more time, take it down. And inhale up. And once we do it at the top here, let's open it up. Opening up our heart for positivity. And let's do a little forward fold. Just let your head drop, let your arms drop. A little sway back and forth. Deep breath in and out. And let's slowly roll it all the way back up again with a deep inhale up. And clasp your hands again. Knees are soft. Push your palms out. We're going to do some big circles. So we're going to go all the way around. Do a little drop down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do one more this way. And once you get to the top, hold it for a beat and reverse directions. Nice deep breath in. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And let's take it one more right around and open it up at the top. And we're going to take a forward fold. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. Little forward fold, hang, knees are soft. All right, we're going to bring our hands to the mat, so we're going to step back into a plank. And then from here, we're going to drop down into tabletop position. So what I want you to do is bring your knees hip width apart, bring your hands right below your shoulders and spread those fingers. And we're going to take a stretch up into cat, pull that belly button in, and we're going to reverse into cow. Nice little arch. We're going to exhale into cat and inhale. And let's do that one more time each way. Nice. And let's come back to tabletop here. And making sure your hands are still right below your shoulders. We're going to do some hip swings. We're going to go around, circles, loosening up those hips. Hopefully that feels good. Continuing to release that tension that we have built up over this last week. And let's reverse directions. Continue to let go of your stress. Be mindful of where you're at, listening to your bodies, and know that everything is going to be okay. All right, coming back to your tabletop position, we're just going to come into a balanced pose. So I'm going to have you take your left arm forward, and then your right leg is going to come back. And we want a nice long line from your fingertips to your toes, keeping your focus down at your mat so your neck is in alignment with your spine. Nice deep breath in. and bring it down. And we're gonna do a cat stretch here. Round it out. And release back to tabletop position. And let's do the other side. So your right arm is coming forward, left leg is coming back. Nice long line, fingers to toes, looking down to the mat. Nice deep breath in. And exhale, excellent. All right, let's come into a nice child's pose. Walking those fingers forward. Nice deep breath here. Inhale. And we're gonna add some movement. So from here, we're gonna come up to tabletop and then back to child's pose. Inhales and exhales. And if you would like to move out a little bit further, you can come into a little bit of a cobra. You don't have to, you can just go to tabletop position, whatever feels good on your body. You wanna listen to your body, continuing to take out those breaths in and out. Nice. One more time. And we'll take it to tabletop position. And we're gonna tuck our toes under. We're gonna come to a modified downward dog position. So tucking in, and we're gonna push those hips up, but keep the knees bent here for now. We're just gonna rock it back and forth. And make sure your head is dropped. And we can do some heel presses into the mat, just to stretch out those calves. If at any point your upper body feels a little bit too weak, you can always drop down into your mat. So again, listen to your bodies here. Excellent. All right, so we're just gonna come into a little drop back with our hips, and we're gonna push it out, working on our core strength, knowing that we're strong both mentally and physically. Again, if at any point this gets a little bit too challenging, you can always drop down to your knees, all right? All right, so we're gonna walk it in to the mat. Bring your feet in, however you can get there is perfectly fine. Take a little second here, and then we're gonna roll it up, and we're gonna inhale up. Maybe a little bit of a lean back feels good here. Nice, and bring it down. Roll those shoulders back. Always keep them down. I will try to guide you through that as well. So we're gonna come into a couple warrior positions. So we're gonna step back into warrior one. So bringing your left foot back. You wanna turn that back foot in a little bit, maybe 45 degrees. Again, listen to your body, how your ankles feel. Front toes facing forward. You want to find your hip bones and turn them forward. So like they're headlights in forward. And then we're gonna lean into your front leg. So you want your knee to be above your ankle. So you should be able to look down and see your toes. You shouldn't be too far forward. So getting yourself in alignment, and then we're gonna have our arms down, and we're gonna reach to the sky. Listen to your body. If you wanna come in further for a deeper lunge, or you can move it back a little bit, depending on how you're feeling. So we're working on both strength and flexibility. Nice deep breath in. From here, we're gonna come into open-hearted warrior. Hands come back and lift. You can either look forward or you can lift up a little bit higher, depending on how your neck feels. Deep breath in and out, and release, up. And we're gonna move into warrior two. So we're turning our bodies. Check in with your toes. Your front toes should still be facing forward. And we want a nice long line with our arms. So check in with your back fingers to your front fingers. Make sure your shoulders aren't hunched. You want to be relaxed. You don't want to be here. All right, so looking up through your front middle finger, we're gonna take this back arm down, flip the palm, and reverse warrior. You can either have your fingers straight up to the ceiling or a little bit of a lean back. Nice deep breath. And we're gonna move forward. Bringing that forearm to your thigh, we're gonna come into extended angle reach overhead. Think of that top arm as a nice long line. Again, if your muscles are shaking and you're not used to this, you can come on out of it anytime. Nice deep breath in. Nice. And back to warrior two. And we're gonna come center, bring both toes facing forward, and we're just gonna drop down into a little stretch here. If you can bring your forearms to the floor or wherever they land, knees are a little bit soft. Nice deep breath. And roll it up nice and easy. Take a breath in. And down. Let's do our warrior two on the other side. So toes facing forward, moving into it. Back foot's turning in. Tuck those hips in. Nice long line with your arms. Looking out through that front middle finger. Shoulders are down. Take a nice deep breath. And bring that back hand down, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Again, reaching to the ceiling or a little bit of a lean back. Nice deep breath. And back to warrior two. And we're going to go into that forearm extended angle pose. Nice long line with that top arm. Again, make sure you're not hunching. Relax those shoulders. I tend to hunch my shoulders a lot. I notice, and that creates unnecessary neck pain. You do not want that. And bring it back up again. Toes facing forward. And we drop into it. Just wiggle it out a little bit. That feels good. Nice. And slowly roll it up. Inhale, reach overhead. And bring it down. And we're going to step to the front of your mats. And we're going to inhale up. And forward fold. Spread those toes. We're going to come to a half lift. So we're just trying to get the back nice and flat. Again, not hunching. Shoulders are pushed away from your ears. You'll wiggle it out a little bit. And bringing the hands to the mat. Step back into the plank. Anytime we're in plank, you can always come to your knees. If we lower down, come into your knees. Or what we want to do, again, hands are right below your shoulders, keeping the elbows in. And we want to lower it down nice and slowly. Nice. Point those toes, keeping those elbows locked in. We're going to come up to cobra. Now you can come up just a little bit, test it out, or you can come up to a full cobra. Again, you can look forward, look up a little bit. If it gets a little too intense, you come right back down. And we're going to drop down. We're going to tuck those toes, however you can make yourself. We're going to get to downward dog. So I want you to spread those fingers, drop the head. Now some people might be able to get their calves, heels into the floor. Depends on how flexible your calves are. Hips are up to the ceiling. Try to press to the palms of your hands, spreading those fingers. Nice deep breath. Again, if this gets too intense, you can drop to your knees at any point. Inhale up. Shake out that head. Nice. All right, we're going to walk it forward. However you can get there. Here for a beat. We'll bring it up. Inhale up. Nice lean back. And we're going to bring it down. We're going to step back with your left foot. And we're going to come into triangle. This is one of my favorite poses. It works on strength and flexibility. So you're going to take your right hand, you're going to drop it down. If you want to put it on the floor, you can, or you can have it at your lower leg. Top arm is going to open up. So it really opens up the chest. We tend to be tight here a lot with our daily living, so we want to open it up. And you can either look towards me, or you can look up towards the ceiling, which creates a little more imbalance if you're working on your balance. Again, nice deep breaths here. And again, your muscles might be shaky if you're not used to that, but that's okay. We're working on strength of mind and body. Very important. Nice deep breath in. Nice. And we're going to drop it down. We are going to come into a runner's lunge here. So this is going to open up the hip flexors. Those tend to be tight as well. Ideally, your ankle is right below your knee. You don't want to be too far forward like this, okay? So nice in alignment. Sometimes if you have wrist issues, like me, sometimes I'll put my fist down instead of my hands. So a couple options there. All right, nice deep breath. From here, we're gonna drop that knee down. We're gonna point the back toe, and we're gonna come to a kneeling lunge. So a little balance involved here. So what you wanna do is think of opening up your hip flexor. So leaning into it, And then we're gonna reach up, spreading those fingers. So again, our core is working, our core is engaged because we're in an imbalance here, and that's okay to work on the core. Strong core. Again, you can look forward or a little bit of a lean back. You can open up those arms. Nice deep breath. Nice, and bring it down. Excellent. Tuck those toes under and lift that knee, and we're gonna wiggle a little bit. We're gonna pull that back foot up to the front foot. However you can get there is fine. Shake it out. Slowly roll it up. Inhale, reach it up. And bring it down. And we're gonna step facing the other way, so we can do our triangle pose on the other side. So turning that front toes forward, back foot's turned in a little bit, both legs are straight, arms are out, we're gonna drop down. Again, this hand can come either to the mat or to your lower leg. And that top arm, we are opening it up. You can either look at me again, or you can look up to the ceiling, focusing on that breath. If you're tighter, you might find that your arm lands here. That's okay, it just shows that you're tight. And this might be a stretch that you want to do on a regular basis. Pulling that back towards your head, and make sure you're doing those nice deep breaths. Nice. All right. So we're going to come down and we're going to drop into that running lunge. So again, trying to make sure that knee is right above the ankle here. Spreading those toes, opening up those hip flexors. Deep breaths here. If this is too intense, you can drop to your knee now. We're going to get there in just a moment. All right, let's drop that back knee. Point your back toes. And we're coming up to that kneeling lunge, getting your balance. Again, you can look forward, or you can lean back slightly. Tightening that core, focusing on your breath. Checking with your shoulders, make sure they're not hunched. Tuck that back toe, bring it on up, do a little wobble, trying to bring that back foot up to your front foot. Hold it there for a second. Take a little wiggle here. And we'll slowly roll it up. Inhale, reach overhead. Nice deep breath. And forward fold. Excellent. Let's come to a half lift. Shoulders away. I like to stretch with the back of my legs and the neck a little bit. And hands to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. You can come right down to your knees if you need to. Hands are right below the shoulders. Keeping those elbows in, and we're going to lower down to the mat. Point your toes and up to a cobra. Nice deep breath in, and take it down. Making your way to your toes, we're getting to our downward dog. Palms open, fingers open. Drop the head, hips are up. Trying to press those heels into the mat. Nice deep breath. And let's drop to our knees. Into tabletop. Hands are right below the shoulders. Coming into your cat stretch. And reverse. And over here, sitting back into your child's pose. Open up those fingers. Drop that head. You can wiggle it out if you want to, if that feels good. Nice. And come on back up. And we're going to do a little bit of a core work here. So we're going to come up to kneeling. And I'm going to have you bring one leg out. So we are in balance. Your back toes can be pointed, or you can tuck them under if you need a little extra stability. We're going to bring our arms up. And we're going to take both arms and we're going to lean out to the side. So we're engaging our core. Little core work. It's deep breath. And take it up. Check in with your shoulders. I tend to be hunching here too. And take it to the other side. Nice long line. Nice deep breath. And take it up. Awesome. Bring it down. Both toes behind. Tuck your toes under here. Good. Just take a little open. Excellent. Roll it out. Great. All right, let's bring the other foot out. Excellent. Arms coming up. Check in with the shoulders. And we're going to lean out, engaging that core. You might feel yourself shaking a little bit. That's okay. Bring it on up. Nice deep breath. Check in with those shoulders. And other side. And bring it back up. And bring it down. Bring the toes back, roll it out. A little bit of open chest stretch. Awesome. Bring it down. All right, let's come to a seated position. Coming to butterfly. All right, this is one of my favorite things to do to stretch my neck because I'm always tense here, and you might be a little bit extra tense this week with all the craziness. So I want you to grab underneath your ankles and sit up nice and tall and just feel that pull coming down. Nice deep breath. And then what I want you to do is we're gonna pull that belly button in and we're gonna lean back. Now you might really feel that nice shoulder stretch here. Deep breath in and out. It feels so good on the shoulders. Bring it back up. And let's take our hands here in front. And we'll just do a head tilt. Nice deep breath. And up and to the other side. So that feels so good. And bring it up. And just keep pulling, push those shoulders down really far, look down to your feet. Nice deep breath. Excellent. Let's do a little rock. All right, I'm gonna have you come to the side of the mat. You're gonna grab behind your thighs and we're gonna roll it down, hugging those knees in. Let's take it a little bit wider, and I like to do a nice rock. Check in with your shoulders, they're not hunched. Feels good on the lower back. All right, bring your feet to the mat. And we're gonna come into a nice bridge position. So you want to have your toes facing forward, your feet are about shoulder width apart. And we're gonna lift up. I want you to tuck those shoulders into the mat so they're not hunching. Spread those toes. So we're working on stretching those hip flexors and we're strengthening the hamstrings and the glutes. So bring your hands flat on the mat. If you would like, you can keep your hands here. If you want a little extra stretch for your chest and shoulders, you can clasp your hands and then push those hands into the mat for a little extra stretch. If that's not comfortable, hands back flat. So right here, let's take some nice deep breaths. In and out. If at any point this becomes too intense on your muscles, go ahead, go back down, hug those knees into your chest. All right, I'm gonna bring my hands back down on the mat. Keeping the hips up, I'm just gonna do a little rock, side to side. That feels good. Deep breaths in and out. All right, let's slowly come back down. And hug those knees back in. Rock it side to side. Bring our feet back down to the mat. We're going to do an awesome hip stretch. I love this stretch. So you're going to take one leg, cross it over. Like you're sitting down, you're crossing your leg. You want the back of that knee right into that upper thigh there. All right. So we're going to bring our hands out, palms facing up. Again, check in with your shoulders, make sure they're not hunched. All right, whatever leg is on top, you're going to go to that side. So this top leg is pulling down on this side. So you're going to feel a really nice hip stretch through here. So wherever this lands is fine. Open it nice deep breaths here. One more nice deep breath. And let's slowly bring it to center. Uncross, do a little side to side. All right, let's do the other side. So cross that leg all the way over, get the back of that knee in. Arms are open, and whatever leg's on top, you're going to that side. And you might find one side is tighter than the other. That's very common. Just means you need to stretch a little bit more. Every day I recommend, I do yoga every day. It just helps to de-stress me, and it just feels so good. Nice deep breath. One more nice deep breath. And bring it back to center. Arms come in, side to side with the knees. All right, we're just gonna do a little core strengthener here and stretch. So you're gonna pull one knee in, other leg is out. All right, you're not gonna touch the ground, so we're just gonna do a knee pull. And we're just gonna do a couple of alternating switches. If your head is up, it's gonna engage your core a little bit more. But if you start to get some tension in your neck, you're welcome to put your neck down. So either way, head up or head down. Continuing with those deep breaths. All right, let's bring one knee in, whatever knee you're grabbing, and then you're gonna bring this leg all the way to the mat. Pulling that knee in. Flex your feet, get a little calf stretch. Deep breath in and out. And let's switch out your legs. Nice deep breaths. Get rid of all of that negativity that we've been feeling, stress, anxiety, depression, so many emotions this week. But as I've been saying to myself, when one door shuts, another door is going to open. We're coming together as a community, bring the knees in, and as a family, working together as much as we can to get through this together. All right, we're going to bring it to a lying butterfly position. So we're going to bring the bottoms of your feet together. Let those knees drop out. Do a little wiggle there. Arms come out to your side. Relax those shoulders. And let's just think about a few things that we're grateful for. Sometimes we get all wrapped up in the craziness. If you just think about 2 or 3 things or more that you're grateful for right now, that will put a smile on your face, because there's always something to be grateful for. So think about that as we do this final few moments together with our deep breaths. If you find your mind wandering to the negative, pull it back into the mat. I'm trying to do that throughout the days and the weeks, trying to be mindful. Bring yourself to the moments where we can be grateful for what we do have in our lives. Let's take 2 more nice deep breaths here. And bring the knees together, arms come in, feet and knees together. Let's take it side to side. And bring it center. Let's extend those legs out. And let's do a nice full body stretch. Fingers one direction, toes the other. Nice deep breath. position. Just some final thoughts here, final stretches to finish out your day. We hope you are going to enjoy all of the razor sharp classes and workouts that you can do at home. I know you're probably home with your children, if that's the case. But working out will help your immunity. We want to stay healthy. All right, let's take a nice deep breath in. Palms come together. Pull it down to heart center. Let's open it up. Bring in positivity. Bring your hands down to your legs. Round it back. And pull it back up. Take another deep breath in. Palms come together. Pull it down to heart center. Open it up. Nice deep breath in. And hands on your legs. Round it out. And thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Stay positive, stay well, and we'll see you at the club hopefully soon. Bye.